Can a fighting game become a roguelike? Because with the release of BlazBlue Entropy Effect, it shows that it can be done. They turned a fighting game into a roguelike. But just because they did doesn't mean that they should have. The question is no longer can they, but should they? And the bigger question to ask is, will it work? Because the game looks really nice. I'm a sucker for a game that just looks anime. Then you stack a bunch of waifus on top of that?
Yeah, boy.
It's actually kinda nice to see a roguelike with something other than pixel art. Not that there's anything wrong with pixel art, because back in my day, we just called those good graphics. But the aesthetics are really nice, the design of the hub world, the UI, and especially the stages. The separation between the foreground and background, the way enemies pop. It saves you from getting lost in the sea of particles and enough neon to remind you of that windbreaker you had in 3rd grade. They didn't miss a beat when it came to the character animations either. The movement, the dodge, the strikes, the skills, they make it so you feel every single hit. Everything about this is just all around satisfying. I could go on about it, but what for? It looks really nice. What more do you need to know? Would it make a difference to you if this robot blinked? Because he does. Now, if you have ever played a Tekken Force mode, you would know that it is not that easy to turn a PvP fighting game into a PvE one. I know you're thinking like, hey, you're already fighting a dude. Why not just add more dudes? On the surface, it may be as easy as just making a 1-to-1 copy, but these characters were designed to fight a single opponent in front of them. Now, it has to be able to fight multiple mobs in every single direction. BlazBlue being a fighting game to begin with, where the combat is straight up 100% of the game, the bar is going to be set pretty freaking high. But it knew what it had already, a roster full of characters, all with outlandish designs and unique playstyles and skill sets. If you tried doing this with Street Fighter, it would never work. Not because the designs are bad or anything, but they just aren't flashy enough. A Hadouken just doesn't have as much pizzazz as whatever the crap this is. Now you start every run with a very simple kit, a quick combo, charge attack, dash attack, air attack, and a skill. When you progress through the runs, you get new potentials, which are just special moves or passives. Everyone has their own unique potentials aside from the triple jump and triple dash, which is available to everyone. And that makes sense, right? You wouldn't give this manly sword dude a giant pink tornado. Or would you? I love the way the potentials add new moves to your kit. Not only are they strong, but they're actually fun to play with. The moves are just like the ones in fighting games. You either hold a direction or it's a combination of buttons. It's not super complex or anything because you have to keep it simple. You can't do like a quarter circle forward, half circle back, shoryuken, or super flash kick. That would end up moving your character way too much. So the way they did it is pretty awesome. But as always, there are some issues. I would say that some characters are easily better than the other characters, though that could be personal preference since everyone does play differently, but I feel that S is just way better. Not only does she do good damage, her kit just seems the most suited for this type of game. Everyone else is still fun to play, but I just didn't really like Ragna's health mechanic, Kokono and Lambda were a bit clunky, Hakumen was slow as crap, Noelle and Mai's damage felt a little low, and Hibiki? Well, Hibiki's just fine. But honestly, as long as there's 1 or 2 characters you really like playing with, that's really more than enough. It is not their fault that you don't like those playstyles. That is your own problem. But this is a roguelike. It's more than just combat that's going to determine if this is going to work or not. So what about the roguelike stuff, like power-ups, RNG, and more RNG? Yeah, that's definitely still there. Everything functions exactly the way you would expect it to. I could explain the mind upgrades, but it's just power-ups like from any other roguelike. There's a ton of them, they make you stronger, and they're actually pretty cool. Or do you want to hear about the shadows when you dash, the icicles when you dash, the lightning when you dash, the daggers when you dash, the fire when you... Because the more interesting thing to talk about here is the Entropy Effect. This is actually quite simple but also really genius. Every time you clear a room you gain entropy, and when the entropy hits 100% then you have a chance of getting a debuff, also known as corruption. Now the awesome part about this is that along with the debuff you also get a buff. For example, you get reduced skill damage, but at the same time you get MP recovery. Take more damage, but also have reduced MP cost. So in a way, it just rebalances the difficulty. You can find rooms to rest in, or, you know, restrooms, and those will reduce your entropy so you get less corruption effects. Or you can just stack as many corruptions as you want. Nobody's stopping you. So aside from that, you do have your regular types of meta progression. Nothing crazy, but it's more than enough. I do prefer this style where you unlock passives rather than unlocking new items to find in game. I think that's kinda dumb, and items should just appear as you play the game or when you get achievements, rather than having to spend your currency on something that you don't even know if it's good or not. Now I think it's cool when a game has a little story for you to enjoy, so even though Entropy Effect does have a story that goes on while you're in the hub world floating around as this robot that blinks, I didn't really find it that interesting. I do get the appeal of it, but it's just not for me. And then there's the Mind Challenge, which is an extra game mode. Generated Evo types that let you carry over passives and upgrades from previous runs, the Phenomena Effect, which adds even more passives, then a nice little twist waiting for you when you get to the last stage. There's a lot to look forward to in BlazBlue Entropy Effect, and I say that because the game has only been released into early access, so I am really looking forward to the full release. I'm looking forward to see if this will actually work. Because right now, I really think that it could. But you know what else works? FPS roguelikes. So check out this video here where I played what could easily be the best FPS roguelike, and also why I quit playing it.